Hi everybody, I'm Kenny RH. This is my first YouTube video. Today I'm going to talk to you about collecting PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 collector's editions. Now, collector's editions have been around since the early dawn of gaming, late 70s, early 80s, but for some reason there's been an explosion of collector's editions, limited editions, special editions, steelbooks, for the last gen, unprecedented really, and I thought I'd give you an idea of what's out there for anybody that's interested in collecting these, because as the PS3 and 360 become more retro, there'll be more interest in this type of thing. But in actual fact, now is a good time to pick them up, because a lot of these editions that cost a lot when they came out are now quite reasonable. Now I'm not going to explain these to you. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to show you around my collection. I haven't got everything. I've not got a lot of the more expensive collector's editions, or some of the rarer ones still need to get. But I reckon I can show you about 75–80% of what's out there to give you a good idea. As I say, if anybody's interested, it might come in useful. I'll give you a commentary of what I'm going to show you, and a few tips and hints as we're going along. So I'll stop talking now, and we'll get on with the collection. Okay, now you saw there some of the smaller collector's editions and mid-size editions. I should explain to you that if you're serious about getting into this hobby, what you would need is a cabinet with various sizes of depth, so that you can house. I mean, all of these editions come in different depths and widths and what have you, obviously. I mean, this one I actually found on a neighbour's skip, so if you can get that lucky. But it's a really sturdy. What you need is a sturdy bookcase to hold these things. Now, basically, I collect just PAL UK, so I'm talking to you today about PAL UK editions. There are a couple of exceptions. If I can just show you this one, that one I bought online. The box is well tatty. It's actually an American edition of Resistance 2. It's got a figurine and an art book inside there. Actually quite rare in this country now, and the only reason I picked that one up is because it was cheap. The box is a bit battered, unfortunately. And this one here, the reason I bought that is it's actually a European edition. It didn't appear in the UK, because you can probably see through the acetate there. There's one of the characters from the game, Alma, is a pregnant figurine of her, and I don't think they liked it in this country. So I actually bought that on Amazon because it has a nice steelbook with it as well. But they're the only two here that are not UK games. Now, just looking at this stuff, a lot of these, like Driver, this Street Fighter 2 game, you can now pick up fairly cheaply. Stuff like the Fallout figurine there, or the New Vegas set of chips, are rather more expensive, but there again, stuff like the Aliens v Predator, the Duke Nukem there, these can all be picked up fairly cheaply. There's an interesting thing I can tell you about this one. It's the game Catherine, and this one is the Stray Sheep edition. It's got a few bits and pieces inside there. It was actually sold out, I believe, on pre-order, and typically you could find it on eBay occasionally now for around about £70–80. But just an example of how, if you look or keep looking for something, I actually found this on Amazon, a private seller. I got that for just over 30 quid, including postage, and it's absolutely mint. So, you know, all you have to do is keep looking, and eventually you'll find. There's some stuff on the bottom row here, which the Lord of the Rings is quite easy to find on Amazon. This has become quite rare now. Mortal Kombat has a figurine inside. The Assassin's Creed Brotherhood Codex is quite expensive now, as is the white edition of Assassin's Creed 3. And this one actually has another edition that goes with it. If you know the game, the two main characters are Ellie and Joel. This is the Ellie version, but you can actually get a Joel version, which is exactly the same, except it's got a picture of Joel in there. But I haven't picked that one up yet, but I've no doubt at some stage I will. This is probably the most interesting one on here, although I said these are all smaller boxes and mid-range. This actually fits in nicely, so that's the reason I'm storing it there. But that was actually sold out on pre-order, and that is very hard to come by these days. The Borderlands 2 Ultimate Loot Chest Edition. It's got loads of stuff inside it. If I do any videos later on, I'll show you the insides of some of these things. But yeah, that one will cost you probably 3 figures now. Anyway, that's it for that particular section. I'll be back with some more.